Okay, this is going to be our first video on how to do the clothespin holder. So first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and log in. And when you log in, you should see all of your folders. In this particular case, you should just only have one. So I'll just show you how to create one from scratch. So create an on document. Now again, if you've already done this, don't do this. I'm just going to put my last name and the actual name of the project. Now, once I'm in the clothespin piece, we are going to create our items. Now, in order to create our items, I need to go into Canvas. And in Canvas, I'm going to work into our modules. Now, our modules have our cut lists that we have talked about and looked at for our items. So right here is a clothespin frame. I'm going to launch in a new window. And I see 3 items. So our goal for this video is to create these 3 items. Now, a couple of things to remind you. Number one, all items are going to be 3/4 inch thick. Okay, and that'll be the last piece that we do. That'll be the last step. Item 1 is 1.5 by 20.5. Item 2 is 2 inches by 18 inches. Number 3 is 1.5 by 18. So really easy. It's very simple as long as you follow these procedures. So back in my Onshape thing, I got Lichardi Clothespin. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start a sketch. Okay. Now, once I start a sketch, you'll notice sketch is red. That means it's looking for you to tell it what to sketch on. We're going to choose the front, and I'm going to go over here to my orientation cube and click on the front so it looks square to me. Okay. Now I'm just going to mouse up on my mouse wheel here, and zoom out a little bit. And I'm going to go over to my square or my rectangular piece, and I'm going to choose center point rectangle. You'll notice that it stays gray. I'm going to click on the middle, move my mouse outward, and click again. I did not click and drag. I simply clicked on the middle, moved outward, clicked again. We have now just created a shape. Simple enough. Our next item that we have to do for this particular piece is to go ahead and dimension that piece. So if I look at my cut list, as I said, we're going to do item number 1. I need it 1.5 inches tall, and I need it 20.5 inches long. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this dimension key. You'll also notice it's got a little D next to it. That's a keyboard shortcut that you can just press on your keyboard. So watch, you can see my mouse is down here. I'm actually pressing the D key on my keyboard, and now it's gray. Once I do that, I'm going to click on one object line, move outward, and click again. Notice I did not click and drag. I'm going to put in 20.5 because that's the length that we need. I'm going to hit enter. Once I do that, I'm going to do the same thing to the side. Click, move outward, click again. In this particular case, we need it at 1.5. So now, if I look at my clothespin frame, I've got 2 out of the 3 dimensions, which is all we need for a sketch. Okay. So once I'm done with the sketch, I'm going to go ahead and hit the check mark. You'll notice that sketch mark is good. I do not have a open ability to dimension anything. There's a reason for that. The next thing that we have to do is basically poof this into existence. So I'm going to go ahead and hit extrude. Extrude is just a fancy word for give it depth. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, click on extrude. Again, extrude is red, so we're going to go ahead and click on the object or the shape that we drew. And right now I'm just holding down my right side of my mouse. Right now I'm just rotating with my mouse just to get an angle at it. You can see that it's giving some depth. The depth is the 0.75. Okay, so if I go into my item here, I can just go 0.75 instead of 1, and then hit check mark. All right. Now, that's pretty much all you do for the creation. The last part is kind of like the finishing touches. We are going to do what's called a fillet, because when we make our pieces, we give it a little round edge. So in order to do that, I have to go over to my fillet tool. It looks like a little rounded edge, exactly what it is. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to ask me, what edges do I want to fillet? In this particular case, we are going to click and drag across the entire piece. Again, notice I said clicked and dragged. Once I click and drag, it's going to go kind of crazy like this and say, hey, whoa, whoa, what do you want to do? Okay, I want to click and drag across all these edges, corners, and whatnot, and then I'm going to put my radius, and this is very important, 0.0625. Again, 0.0625. Okay, once I choose that, you'll now notice that I have little rounded edges. All right, so that's how we create a piece. It's very, very simple. Looking back at my cut list, all right, I have now finished what is referred to as sides. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to right click on part 1. I'm going to rename, call it side. Whoops. Okay. And down here in my parts piece, I'm going to right click and rename it again and also call it side. I know you can't really see it all that well, but it's there, trust me. Okay? So now, once I'm done with one piece in my Parts Studio, the Clothespin is my project folder. I'm going to go ahead and click down right here. It's a little plus, and we're going to go up and create Parts Studio. This will be my second piece. Now, at this point, I'm going to speed up a little bit because we're just going to do the same exact process. So in this particular case, we're going to make the top bottom, which is 2 by 18. So here we go. Sketch. Front. Center point rectangle. Click in the middle, move out, click again. Dimension. Click on the edge, move out, click again. This is going to be 18 inches. If it gets too big, just simply scroll your mouse wheel up to zoom out. Click on this edge, click again, 2. Okay, so now I have my 2 by 18. I'm going to check mark the sketch. I'm going to extrude. I'm going to choose the object. I'm going to put it at 0.75, and I'm going to check mark. Okay. Last but not least, we're going to fillet. Bring this over. 0.0625. Now, it might say 0.0623 or 63. That's just an abbreviation. Just as long as you're consistent, should be good to go. Okay, boom. Perfect. So I'm going to go up here, right-click, rename. This is top and bottom. Okay. One more product that we're going to do. Create Parts Studio. Go back to my clothespin thing. Now I need 1.5 by 18 for the middles. Again, same exact process. Sketch. Choose the front. Create the shape. Click on the middle. Here. Dimension. Click on the object line, move outwards. Click again. I have 18. Enter. Zoom out on the mouse wheel by going up. Click on the line. Click again. 1.5. Enter. Check mark. Extrude. Click on the shape. Change the depth. 0.75. Check mark. Okay. Last but not least, fillet. Again, it keeps this target radius. Click and drag across and execute. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and get this renamed. This is going to be middle. Okay. So now I have all 3 parts in my Parts Studio, and I'm ready for the next piece. If you've found anything or you got caught up on anything, just please rewind this video. It's really simple to use. You can go ahead and rewind it as much as you can if you want. It's just a matter of like watching what you need to do and executing. So I'll see you in the next video for assembly.